So, we are going to have a studio tour of my artist friend's studio. Ayan. So, actually, yes. I wanted to say that this is the second time, but I didn't like what I was wearing the first time, so we're doing it again. So, so hi, wala niyo yung mga paint. Oh, ano
Well, I have new pieces that I'm working on. See?
Oh, wow.
There, and then there's more there, and then there are two more here na pasa pa actually. They're wet.
Ay, hindi pwedeng hawakan.
We can, pero dahan-dahan lang here on the side lang.
So, of these new work, which is here, sorry, I failed to introduce our friend here. This is Camille Ver.
Hello.
So, she's how exactly should we call you ba? Painter, visual artist, abstract artist? What do you want us to, ano?
I don't know, maybe painter lang?
Painter.
Yeah. Artist sounds too,
Oh,
too arte.
What?
I just paint for a living.
What got you into painting in the first place?
I've been doing this all my life.
Yeah, I mean, di ba parang when you went to college, you said parang you knew already. Did you already know that you wanted to be a painter back then?
Yes, because there's nothing else I knew that I can do. It was all
Maganda ka
I was all
naman.
into.
So I heard na yung the suitors are ano, so why? No, so how did you know that that's what you really wanted to do? Kasi parang I have actually people who watch the stuff that I put in YouTube who are also into art. So baka they can learn. So how would they know na parang it's... At saka actually when you get into fine arts, diba?
Yeah.
Talagang painting or art was really what you wanted to get into, or parang did you have things in mind na parang will be more commercially viable? Or talagang you really wanted to be this kind of painter from the start na lang?
I knew I wanted it, but I really didn't know how to do it. I just didn't stop. I just kept painting. And syempre at the beginning, you wouldn't know if you're gonna do it for the rest of your life, or I just didn't stop.
Kasi usually nga, di ba, parang I'm sure you also get people asking you kung anong advice yung mabibigay mo sa kanila if they want to get into art. What would you usually answer? Because I get that also parang I want to be a writer.
Yeah.
What should I do? And ako, before you give your answer, parang to preempt yung answer ko. What I would just usually tell them is just keep on writing.
Yes.
So, di ba? Kasi parang no matter what, of course, you also keep on reading, di ba? Pero,
It's the same thing with art. And for any other profession, like if you know that you're gonna be a doctor or someone who would heal people, would you stop? So it's the same.
so just keep
It's
on
the
operating
same.
on people.
No, like,
I
you
want to be a
don't think
surgeon. What
actually-
can I do? Just
Parang-
keep on operating on people.
Kasi parang ang dating, like sometimes I got this from Obama.
Obama.
When he said kasi you don't focus on the goal of wanting to be a doctor or wanting to be a writer someday. You focus on the things that you are doing now. Like kunyari, if you're in the service industry, you serve people. So then you actually reach that goal of being someone you want to be. But yun nga, don't focus too much on your supposed to be like accomplishments.
Sige, parang since we were talking about keeping on doing art, diba?
Yes.
So parang when you started, did you make that?
No, that was done by a very good
That's a
friend
very
when
nice
we were in
order.
college. It was a surprise.
Wow!
It was actually Lex who took that picture, but was done by someone, and I only knew.
Is
I
it
learned
expensive
about
na
it.
now?
Yeah, I learned about it when
So,
I was
saan
talking
na?
to Lex.
He's a famous painter na now.
Yeah. He is.
So, it's
He's
expensive
a
na now?
realist. Oh. Hindi yun lang naman yung advice ko. Don't stop working. When you're an artist kasi, you actually record your experience. You don't really come up with things that you didn't originally do.
How do you make sure that you always have something to paint?
Yun nga yung being able to record kasi your experience and your learnings, that's what you put into your art.
So you just keep on...
If there's a stage wherein you want to learn about artists or masters, other artists, then you study lang the way they come up with colors, their lives, basta hindi dapat
Who's your
static.
favorite artist?
There's too many
Who's your
of them.
favorite artist?
Now, it's Cecily Brown. So,
Kilala.
Cecily Brown is a New York-based artist. She's a woman. And she
Cecily
paints...
Brown.
Yeah, she's very famous now and she's highly paid.
When you started painting, was it already always abstract or
Yeah. Because
always?
there's so much to explore when it comes to abstract. And yun nga, it differs per stage of your life. There's, kunyari, before, this wasn't what I painted before. I painted something else.
I remember your exhibit na before,
So
yung
there's
cubes.
so much.
I love that.
So parang ako, for me, yung advice sa artist and like how I became or how I decided, I don't think I ever decided. I just didn't stop working.
You just were.
I just worked. Oo.
That you just were.
And
You were just an artist.
And feeling ko kasi
Born.
naman, there's so much pa to learn. I mean, I still have, how many years? 40 years
Wow.
to paint? Walang retirement
Let's talk
when it
about
comes to
these.
art. Yeah.
No, because I remember I wanted to steal this kaso ano sabi mo, it's not available. It's not for sale.
It's not.
I really like it. So can you tell us about
Yan yung
it?
in-offer.
Ha? In-okray? Sino yung nag-okray? No, sige na. Sige, fine. Ayaw mo niya ikwento.
Hindi. Yan.
But I really like it. It's
This
like,
series is about me.
I also like this, ha?
I think.
This is not canvas.
That was
this
the
is
first.
glass.
That was my first exploration of the acrylic glass,
Ay, it's nice.
the plexiglass. So I bought that from a store na nagbebenta niyan pero super nipis lang yung glass nila. And then ito nag-grow into this.
Oh, so that's going. When are you going to launch that collection?
I actually launched
Oh,
a
you
few
already launched
pieces
it?
already in 2019, and then I had a show during the lockdown.
Can you tell us about this work of art?
It's a work of art, yes. The person who I am with there
Nice, how are
is
you?
also an artist.
This is New York?
Here's the guy, Carl, here's the guy who took that picture of me when we were in college.
Wow! Wow!
But he didn't paint that picture. He just took
He just took
it.
it. Wait.
Kasi yung nag-paint niyan, sobrang shy na person. Na parang type yata pala niya ako. Tapos si Lex.
Narinig niyo yun? Type push.
Joke lang! Nangyari lang. Tapos inutusan lang niya si Lex to take kasi si Lex.
Sige,
nakapalang
anong
mukha.
advice naman yung mabibigay niyo mo sa mga tao who would want to like put together their own studio? Like for example, what are the things that has to be present in a space for it to be, in your opinion, para to make it like conducive to work?
Of course, paint. Lots and lots of paint. And then your own set of yung mga canvases. So, and it depends whether you use you use palette knives.
Do you
I
turn
use
on the
palette
aircon when
knives.
you paint? Do you
Sometimes
do you
no,
use
sometimes
music?
yes. I do. I usually listen to music or podcasts.
Podcast?
Nowadays, podcasts of different artists or critics, art critics. Tapos mga...
Alam mo, why don't you, just turn on my videos on YouTube
Sure,
and listen
sure.
to me while you paint?
Yeah, oo naman, why not?
No, just kidding. Baka hindi ko benta yung mga painting. Ganun yung ginawa
Yan,
ko.
nakaka-inspire din yun, syempre. Ayun. Tapos you have to have a lot of books kasi yung books...
How important
reference
is
materials
space?
mo yan, eh.
How much space do
Oh,
you need?
because actually I have a small space. If I had a bigger studio, that would be so nice. Kasi imagine this one, I can't even write on the table.
I went to
If ever.
Salvador Dali's studio. It was overlooking the Mediterranean.
Oh, see?
Something.
Oo.
Well, anyways.
Ang may ganyan sa atin si Benka.
Ay, sa
Meron siyang
Baguio.
sariling valley.
Sa Baguio yun eh, diba?
Oo, meron siyang museum niya, ganyan lahat. So yun. And then you have to read a lot. You have to kasi
Read?
inspire yourself and surround yourself.
Alam mo, that is
with
not
art.
something that's usually associated to visual arts.
No,
Reading
it
a lot,
is.
so.
Because you have to learn about the history. You have to learn about lives of artists because that's where you get your confidence from. Na parang, hindi pala ako nag-iisang gumawa niyan. Madami na pala. But you also learn to innovate. Oh,
Ito yung favorite ko sa tatlo.
talaga. It's gold! It's the first time I'm using gold ever in my life!
Gold!
Gold! Ayan, dalawa silang gold dyan.
Oo nga eh, oo nga.
Yun. So,
Sige, second to the last question. It's the pandemic. I already asked this again before, kaso nga lang I didn't like what I was wearing back then, so we're doing this again. So what can you tell about it? We're in the middle of a crisis or something, but the people are not very... No, actually I have two questions pala.
Okay.
If I were to start building a collection, how would you, what advice would you give me? When I, like, this is my first... This is my first paycheck.
Yes.
I wanna have a collection in the future. How should I go about getting my first few art pieces?
Okay.
Well,
for
first
me
you
kasi,
look for a painting that's by Camille Ver.
Thank you.
and you buy a painting na Camille.
Parang feeling ko kasi when it comes to collecting, magka-partner yung what speaks to you, and at the same time, you can actually choose already the artist na, whose work will,
Is collecting artwork an emotional thing, or is it like a financial
both,
thing?
kasi
Is
when
it
you
like
get used to it,
is it investment or?
it gets to that point wherein it's an investment. Pero syempre, when you're beginning, you want to buy you want to buy something that you like, that speaks to you, and who expresses also the same, di ba? Parang the same. When it comes to choosing an architect or a designer, someone who speaks to you also. So, pareho rin yan when it comes to art pieces.
So,
And then, later on, you will learn more about who the artists are, who are selling like hotcakes, yung mga ganyan. Or yung mga, alam mong tataasin yung price nila pagkalipas ng panahon. Oo.
Do you think that this is actually we're in the middle of the pandemic? Actually, ko alam if we're still in the middle of it because it has been happening for like almost a year now. And times are not very easy. So, do you think is it the right time to actually to collect or to buy art?
Yeah, if you have the means. Because surprisingly, when people got used to this new normal already, we get a lot of calls or inquiries.
Wow, really?
Kasi nga, we've been home. So it's aside from people buying new furniture or buying stuff for their house or anywhere in their house, di ba, nag-aayos tayo sa kitchen, ganyan. Kasama ang art. Kaya, thankful kami na.
What is the role of art in
Nag-google
this
kami, everyone is
pandemic?
the role. The role of art is always to make people happy. Di ba yan naman yung bumuhay sa atin even from the, World War I and II. Art was always there and they had to actually preserve it. For people to, not just books but art. Ang daming tinagong art, ang daming na-sequester, ang daming ninakaw, ang daming lahat, pero they protected art because that's what people...
Yeah.
Life.
It tells our story.
It tells our history, our story.
For me, art tells our story.
As human beings. So.
And finally, how will they be able to get a hold of your pieces?
You can check out Gallery Joaquin, the website.
Sige, I'll look for the website and I'll link it down below.
Yes.
Gallery Joaquin and
Stephanie also.
Do you also make portraits?
I used to, but not anymore. It's been so long.
What if I want you to make a portrait of me?
Joke ko. It's gonna take a while. Pero sige, it's gonna be abstract. I have to share with you the kind of
portraits that you
I make. Oh.
Kasi parang I want to I want to have actually I've always wanted to have a portrait made of me. So,
but you have to check first if you like the one that I make. Kasi it's all colors also and impressionist style.
Impressionist
I don't make that style.
Parang naman eh. So this is Camille Ver's studio, and she has like paint here.
Yes, I mix my own colors. Well, I get it from mga references. Like, for example, I have
So that was the first
Mountbatten
good
pink. It sounds like
Mountbatten.
crown. The crown.
Mountbatten. Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
And
Lord
then,
Mountbatten.
I have blonde also. See? Here's blonde.
Kasing blonde ko ba yan? Hindi naman.
I have fluorescent pink.
What color is this? Is this really gold or it's a
This
specific
one's
kind
gold.
of gold?
Yeah, it's this
Wait,
gold. It's,
so we're allowed to touch the canvas? Kasi ang
me
turo sa
only.
akin, you're not supposed to touch
You're
na.
not. I don't do that as well because I try to be respectful. This is Vallejo. The Vallejo gold.
Valleja.
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 Yes, and ang Vallejo, mabango.
Ay,
Promise. Ito, pinakamabangong ano.
Ay,
Mabango
oo
na yung
nga.
silagay na yan.
mabango siya. Guys, smell. Can you smell it?
May amoy siya. Hindi siya
Oh my
normal
God.
paint.
I can smell this forever.
hindi siya pangit na paint. Hindi siya
Pwede
mga
na
plastic.
douche. Ay, fuck. Namikit ba?
Wala naman.
Okay.
Okay, wala, maging full-blown na ito.
Oo. Ano nga ba ito? Gusto ko pakita rin yung mga picture mo here. Where was this? Who is this?
My friend gave that to me.
This one?
Yeah, he was the one who gave that picture.
It's in Rockwell.
Yes, one of my shows. He just printed it. Yan, pinicture na ako ng isa kong friend.
I remember this connection of yours. Kasi kaming dalawa ni Karina attended the launch of that. Tapos
Yeah.
sumasayaw tayo sa harap ng canvas. You remember that correct?
Tapos yung portrait na yan, yung long hair.
This
Ano
one?
din, siya rin gumawa. Same artist as the one that you
Are
see
you,
here at the back.
how are you now? As friends? Kasi parang ang
We don't
dami
know,
eh.
we work in the same gallery, but we don't.
Oh.
Pero we're friends, okay.
Ito, last question. How do you feel about getting into a relationship with another artist? Oh.
I am in a relationship with another artist.
Kanina pa kinikwento.
That guy, he was from Fine Arts.
So, anong preference mo? With another artist?
I see the benefits. Kasi like, for example, I was showing him this painting earlier this evening. And then he told me na, baka you can actually try muting the colors so the gold comes out and comes out more. And I appreciate those comments kasi. And then when I tell him about art, he already knows. And then, since we were from the same school and almost magkasunod lang
So,
kami
kunwari,
batch.
being in a relationship with an artist versus a non-artist, for the benefit of our younger viewers, what would you, how would
It
you,
depends. Whoever you click with. Kasi meron naman ako mga past relationships na they're my biggest supporters.
May mga tao kasi, may mga ibang tao
They
hindi nila,
appreciate art.
ang preference nila hindi artist.
Huwag masyadong opposite wherein you're introducing, the love niyo for each other brings you together eh. So, even if you're not the opposite ends of the world, then you understand each other na. Whatever you teach that person, whatever he teaches you, swak pa din yun.
Only an artist
Yeah.
would answer that
I
way.
don't know.
Ay, di ba? Parang, usually, well, anyway, yeah. So,
Talaga ba? I don't know, basta love lang kailangan.
sana may natutunan sila dito sa pagkikimasok ko sa iyong studio. So, but this has been Camille's studio and we have linked, I'm going to link down below the studios where you can actually get a hold of her work. And any parting words before we leave?
Thank you, Carl. This is fun. Actually, this is a good practice because I have an interview in 2 weeks.
You have an
I'm
interview in 2
preparing for
weeks.
it also.
Okay,
yeah.
sige.
Yes, I'm preparing for it.
For
I'm
what?
gonna be
Let's
including
plug it.
me
Interview
in
saan?
in a book.
In a book.
Yes, of abstract artists. So, it's Art Plus Magazine was publishing that book.
Alright. Art
Abangan
Plus
natin
Mags.
yan.
We're going to watch out for that.
Oo.
And we should also watch out for the portrait that Camille's going to make of me. Yeah, bye guys!
Dahil kanina ako din.
Yeah, this has been Studio Bekilor.
Thank you!
Hindi pala ako nag-introduce the whole time. By the way, I'm Carl. I'm Carl and we have been with Camille.
Yes!